Some of the homes in there do not have curtains behind their very front windows, so we do expose our passengers to a lot of things that aren't necessarily contained in the brochure. And I'm going to show you it has happened. Okay, back to reality now. The bridge just ahead of us that we will shortly be passing under is where the old Perth to Bunbury railroad bridge used to stand. There were two old wooden railroad bridges that were built directly in front of us during the early part of the 19th century. The first one we will be passing under, known as the Goonganup Railroad Bridge, built back in 1994, costing close to $10 million. And the bridge at the back of this one is the Wind and Rotor Traffic Bridge, and it does carry part of the Graham Farmer Freeway. Starting construction on this bridge in 1998, it was officially opened Easter year 2000. Also costing close to $10 million, has managed to take up to 40% of the peak hour traffic out of the city centre. One great design about these bridges, I think, they've actually incorporated the pedestrian access from one side to the other underneath to take them away from the hazards off the top. Coming into view over here to the left-hand side, you will see the large old building on the foreshore, which happens to be on the heritage list, and it's the old Perth Electric Power Station. This power station, built back in early 1911, finally completed in 1922. The reason why it took so long to construct, because there was a 6-year delay due to the Great World War. Utilised at its full potential from 1922 through to the 1960s, supplying the city of Perth with all of its electrical energy. At the end of the 1960s, Perth was growing at such a rate that it was unable to keep up with the electricity demand, so they were forced to construct 2 new power stations in suburbs known as Coburn and Kwinana, which are just south of Fremantle to help keep up with the need. In its end days, merely used as a backup power station, officially closing in 1981. They had 4 large steam-driven turbines in the complex to produce the energy, and by the late 1970s, this was no longer an efficient or viable means. That building is still dormant to this day. There have been talks of turning it into residential apartments and or an Aboriginal Heritage Museum, but still vacant to this day. Back over here to the right-hand side now, a fair way from the foreshore, you'll just get the glimpse of the roof of another wide grandstand complex. We will get a much better view of this one as we do come around this very large peninsula to the right. This is the grandstand to the Belmont Park racetrack, and it's where we do have all of our winter racing. And we also have a very large water theme and activity park there to the right as well for the Christmas holidays for the children and the occasional adult, as you could appreciate.